Yep.
Hi, Corey. So if you want, I can get everybody's attention. We're gonna. Judge Hull is right there.
Wait for the
Right there. The sign part is right here.
Hey.
We're gonna order the alphabetically. And do you want them grouped up on the stairs? Yes. Give them another second.
Roger, no screaming.
Okay. All right. You got that? Yeah, you can find your way out. Yeah. Okay. I think we got everybody. That ready to go? So if we can get everyone's attention, we're going to do the swearing in just a minute. So for the board members that are being sworn in today, we're going to ask that you get on the front steps so you can get a little bit distance and we can see you for the video. But if you join us up here on the steps, if your new board member is being sworn in, we have Chief Judge Clint Hall here. He's going to do the swearing in, and we have Madam Chair Corinne Pirog. She's going to be doing the opening the meeting. So if you could please join us up on the steps if you're one of the new board members being sworn in, please.
As long as I can see what's going on right there. Okay.
We're going to do the board members as a group, and then we'll do the Madam Chair after the board members. Everyone that's being sworn in would like to be a part of the swearing in, please come forward, take a position on the steps for us. Just gives us a little bit more room to spread out. All right, I think we're ready. Yeah. Madam Chair, do you want to open the meeting?
Well, the hour of 10:25, I think is accurate, has arrived. And congratulations to everyone who is here, new board members and existing board members. It is truly an honor to open up this meeting with all of you. I'm absolutely more than thrilled. I'm humbled and excited. And I'd like to call my very first meeting and many of your very first meeting of the Kane County Board in order on December 8th, 2020. So welcome everybody and thank you for our guests for coming. May we please have Pledge of Allegiance?
I'll begin. I pledge allegiance
to the flag
of the
United States of America,
to the
republic for which it stands,
one nation,
under God,
indivisible,
indivisible,
with
with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you very much, Roger. Our next on the agenda is some of us have been on this campaign trail for a long time. Some of you have been previous service to the board, so this is something very exciting. The examination of the certificates of election. Will the county clerk's office please present the certificates of election, which have been provided severally by the new elected board members? Teresa Barrios. Barrera. Sorry, Teresa. My apology. Thank you. Mavis Bates. Congratulations. Let's do a moment. Dale Berman. Yay, Dale. David Brown. Mark Davos. There he is. Good job. Great tie. Drew Fraz. Oh, look at him run up. Look at him run up. Ronald Ford. Good to see you. Michelle Gums is not here, correct?
Correct. I'm on
Congratulations.
Zoom.
Michael J. Kenyon. No, we won't compete. Here we go. Jamie L. Mosser. Where is Jamie? There she is. Now this is one heck of a job. Oh my gosh. Rob Russell. Where's Mr. Russell? Is he here? Okay, he's out working, unfortunately. Jared A. Sanchez. Mr. Kenneth Shepro. Congratulations, partner. Cheryl Strathman, who is online. She's not here.
Correct.
Vern Tepe. Penny Wegman. Sandy Wegman. She here? No, she's not here. Congratulations to Sandy. Okay, that sounds good. And at this moment, I'd like to turn this over to Chief Judge Hull, who do the swearing in.
All right, good morning, everybody. We're going to start with a swearing in of our new board members. So if you could just turn, raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Michelle Gums,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear,
the Constitution
hold the
of the
Constitution
United States of America
the United States of America
and the state of Illinois.
and the state of Illinois.
And I will faithfully discharge the duties
I will faithfully discharge the duties
of the county board
of the county board
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
Congratulations. Very well done. And now I'm going to ask if our county board chairman, we swore you in yesterday, but we're going to do it in front of everybody right here. And I just ask you to go ahead and please raise your right hand. You want to, yeah, why don't we go ahead right there? Raise your right hand. I state your name. You solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States of America and the state of Illinois, and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of Kane County Board Chairman to the best of my ability. Congratulations. Just for the board members, what we have to do is we have to get your official signature on the documents, and so we have them over here in alphabetical order. So your first task as county board members is going to line yourselves up alphabetically, and not by height, alphabetically, and we'll get you right over here. So this, you know, who do we start with?
We're gonna go with Mavis Bates.
There we go. And then Mr. Berman, I think
Dale Berman.
Inside, is that correct? Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, after you do this, we can reconvene inside, get out of the cold.
Next, we have David Brown. Patience. And we'll get another one later. We'll get another one. We have Ron Ford. And Mark Gavin. And we get Dave Brown. Yeah. Did you sign one? Yeah. No. Okay. You did yesterday. Okay. Here. We got Drew Frost. Signed yesterday. Get him later. Yeah. We got Michelle Guns. Mike Kenya. You want to sign another one? Oh. Got it, right? Is that pretty fast? Do we have anybody else? Do we leave it here? Thanks, Judge.
Like, you're gonna have to go, I don't wanna go outside. Well, whatever.
Can you go after you get done with that big?
Should I leave the meeting now?
Yeah, probably.
Hello?
I can hear you. This is Michelle Gums.
Cliff Surges here. I can hear you, but I can't hear anything else. I can't hear the boardroom. Maybe they're just not on yet.
Hi, can you hear me, Mavis? Can you
I
hear
hear
me?
you, Mavis.
Mavis, it's
Thank
Cliff. I think they're having a raging party down there, and they left us out.
Good. Let them.
I'll have you know I was standing in my living room with my hand up.
Is that Cheryl?
Michelle.
Oh, Michelle, hi.
Hi.
So,
I'm sorry.
Michelle, I'm on my way home now, and I sat in my car
There's no
to
external
Zoom.
audio.
I think we just fixed that.
Thank you, Penny.
Oh, yeah. We can hear the audio now.
Wait, I can hear Blair. Yes.
Madam Chair,
Okay, Mr.
Yes.
Cobalt, you are on mute.
I would ask that the
You're on
roll
mute.
call be amended to reflect those who may not have been able to have their voice heard.
Okay, absolutely. Do we have to approve that or we can just amend that?
No, I marked them in as
Okay.
being present.
Okay,
so
thank you.
Caught their names.
Okay,
we ready?
I think we are back running, so a little
Okay.
hiccup there.
So is Mr. Cobalt available?
Mr. Cobalt, I believe you are on mute. *6 to unmute your phone.
Blair Surges here. All we have on screen is the seal of the county. There's nothing else.
Come back.
Perfect. Thank you.
Technology is wonderful.
Mr. Cobalt, if you can hear us, *6 to unmute your phone. I can try to do a workaround,
Okay.
so,
Okay.
but that may take a minute or two.
All right, so while we're waiting to try to get a hold of Mr. Cobalt, and I did call him this morning and he was prepared before we move forward. I know it has been the tradition for the board chair to have a representative to do the invocation, but I would like to establish my tenure as being collaborative, and I'd like to reach out to all of you. So I'm going to ask each one of you going forward to bring somebody from your district to do our invocation. It can be of your choice. It can be a child. It can be an elected official. It can be somebody who works in philanthropy, whoever, or your neighbor, whoever it is you choose. And we'll put together the list. I believe we'll probably start backwards. So it'll be 24th district and we'll go all the way through till we get through the rest of the county. We'll let you know, we'll give you your dates. And for the next 2 years, I think it's going to be quite engaging to see who you can bring forward to give words of wisdom and creativity and hope.
I think we might have Mr. Cobalt. We can try again. Mr. Cobalt, could you try speaking?
Yes.
Very good. Yes, thank you.
We hear you now.
Master Blair, hallelujah, the master, the best.
Mr. Cobalt, hi, it's Corinne. We'd love to hear what you have to say. Good morning and welcome and thank you.
Thank you.
When you're ready to begin, can you give a little bit of introduction about who you are and your work and before you give your invocation? We'd love to hear you.
Well, basically, I'm prepared only for the invocation. Is that okay?
Oh, that's totally fine. That's totally fine. Your work proceeds. So you can begin if you'd like.
Thank you. Good morning to all of you and congratulations. This morning, I would like to...
Everybody, I'm sorry, excuse me. Excuse me. Could everybody stand for the invocation? Thank you. You may begin, sir.
This morning, I would like to somewhat or somehow convey our God-given facility or faculty of sight. As we travel our beautiful country of Kane, it is impossible not to imbibe of many of its treasures. Beautiful countrysides, historic communities, fields of grain, rivers and streams, blue skies and cotton candy clouds, and all the beauties of nature and man-made. I have encouraged my art students in the past to study and research the beauty around us, wherever we are. Look at each object through the eyes of a young child. Touch and feel each blade of grass that makes a field of green. As we visit each community in our county, we are made aware of our ancestors, of what our ancestors created before us and what is being created today. Many of our towns have artwork that was created by local artists, and I hope this will continue with your help. I think it would be great if each community in Kane County had a piece of art to display. We'd be the first to do that, and we're always first, you know that. I believe, in closing, please never forget that we are under one God, and may God bless and guide all the members of the board, both new and existing, and thank you again, Corinne, for inviting me.
Thank you. Thank you very much. No, truly appreciate it.
You're very welcome.
Happy holidays to you.
Thank you and your family and everyone there. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, Ray. So thank you for indulging me with that. The next is the approval of the minutes of the November 10th, 2020 meeting. May I have a motion and a second? Oh, yes. Yes, sir.
It was Shepro?
Yeah, Mr. Shepro.
I second.
Okay.
And who second? Opie? Okay.
Are there any thoughts, comments, or changes to the minutes?
Should we abstain if we are new members?
No.
Yes.
Thank you.
I was at the meeting as the attorney, so I will vote for.
All right. Okay. Clerk, if there's no comments or changes, clerk, may you please call the roll?
Allen? Bates?
Abstain.
Thank you. Berman?
Berman, yes.
Brown?
Abstain.
Davis?
Davis, yes.
Ford?
Abstain.
Fraz?
Braz, yes.
Gooms, did you arrive?
Gums, yes, abstain.
Okay, thank you. Iqbal, did you arrive? Kenyon?
Kenyon, yes.
Caius?
Caius, yes.
Copey?
Yes.
Leonard?
Leonard, yes.
Lewis?
Yes.
Martin?
Martin, yes.
Molina, did you arrive?
Molina, yes.
Okay, thank you. Sanchez?
Yes.
Shepro?
Yes.
Silva?
Silva, yes.
Thank you. Strathman, did you arrive?
Yes, present.
Okay, and you were voting?
Abstain.
Thank you. Sergius?
Burgess, yes.
Tepe?
Abstain.
Weber?
Yes.
And Wonicky?
Yes.
That passes.
Okay, minutes are approved. Are there any public comments? I'm seeing none. Are there any on the phone? Well, if there's no public comments, let's go on to, I believe, to the appointments. You've all received a document showing the appointments to the county board and to your committees. May I have a motion and a second to approve those appointments of the county board members to the following committees? Now, just as a matter of agenda, should we make a motion for each committee or should we do it as a whole?
Parliamentary inquiry, Madam Chair. I received a communication that had my own.
Take your mic there, Ken. I think you're,
Oh, I'm sorry.
yeah.
Oh, it'd be better if I turned it on. There. I received a individual letter with my proposed assignments. I don't recall seeing anything that had all of the proposed.
Was that?
I concur also.
It came, excuse me, it came early this morning.
Yeah.
Mine was dated 3:46 a.m.
Okay, all right.
I'm sorry. I didn't hear all that.
Oh, it came early this morning,
Oh,
Mr. Shepro?
I'm sorry.
That's fine, that's fine. We'll try to get things to you on a timely matter. If you could give me some grace because of the newness of all of this. We were just catching up. So,
Motion to approve all of your appointments.
thank you. Do I have a second? Is there any discussion?
Who second? I'm sorry, Frost. Like, yeah, if you guys could say your names.
My name is Kenyon.
I-
Probably haven't seen.
Behind the screen.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
And everybody but Mike say their name.
Kenyon moves, Fries seconds.
I'm just thinking the former chair made it nice. So-and-so for, motion, so-and-so second, just so
Okay.
that it's in your mind as well
Oh,
as
sure,
mine.
sure, sure.
You know what I
Okay.
mean?
So it was, the
Kenyon.
motion was approved by Mr. Kenyon, seconded by Mr.
Frost.
Froz. No, that's not it at all. Mr. Shepro.
No.
Who did it? I don't
It
know.
was Frost.
Froz, thank you. My apologies.
Okay.
I'm together here.
We get it. And then roll call.
Is the document available to put up on the screen? I don't think most of us have actually seen it yet.
Is it
Good
available up on
idea.
the screen? No, it is not.
What are we trying to put?
The listing of the committees.
Is it a way to get copies?
We can't put it up on the screen? There it is.
8:30, 9 o'clock.
Perfect.
Our first look at it.
So if you would like to take a moment to review. Can everybody see it on the screen?
I have one question, Madam
Yes.
Chair. Legislative, would Gums be the chair?
Those are co-chairs.
Co-chairs.
Co-chair. CC is co-chair.
Okay, I'm confused with with this asterisk then. Where
No,
is-
okay, now hold on.
there's
It's no, no.
asterisk.
There, legislative has two co-chairs, Gums and Strathman.
Oh, okay, thank
The
you.
asterisk is a vice chair.
Mhm. Now, I realized before we, as discussion, that some of you may have, would like to make some changes to your appointed board committee assignments. If that is the case, please do so amongst yourselves and let me know. I will need to know your final determination before, obviously, the next board meeting so we can vote on that. But if there are any changes that you need to make because of work schedules or other interests, I will leave that to your good judgment. And if you can just let us know as quickly as you can so we can adjust our list and make sure that you get the appropriate notice. So thank you for that.
Madam Chair,
Yes, who's that?
behind you. Sanchez.
Oh, yes.
We don't have to rise.
Yeah. No, no rising.
As I discussed with you before the meeting, there's an amendment, two amendments to make. One being the Finance Committee wasn't filled in fully here. And you said Vern Tepe is the name that is supposed to be included in Finance. And then also all of Mr. Shepro's committees are listed as ex officio, which isn't technically correct. He's ex officio in other committees, but not on his appointed committees. So I would like to make a motion to just correct those two things.
Okay, do we have a, I believe we have to do the roll call on the first
No, this
The
is
second.
if I understand the motion, it's a motion to amend the motion to approve
Okay,
with those changes.
exactly, exactly.
And may I, just for clarification, you want to add Tepe to finance?
Mhm.
Okay, and the other is,
Just removing ex officio next to
Okay,
Mr. Shepherd's name.
got
It's
it.
more of a Scrivener's error.
okay.
Do I have a motion?
Kai, second.
Is everyone aware of the motion that we're voting on? Is it clear?
Voice it one more time, please.
Absolutely. We are going to make a motion to add Mr. Tepe to
Finance.
finance. And we're going to remove the term ex officio
Jepro.
from Mr. Shepro.
Okay,
I mean, he will be serving on all the committees he has been appointed to as a fully functioning committee member. So do I have a motion to approve?
Berman, move.
well, we got to
So we
do
have to
the
vote on
roll
the
on
amendment.
the
The amendment.
To vote on the amendment
amendment
followed
first, so
by,
that passes.
Yes, okay. And then we can do,
Those are
that's what I was
incorporated
asking
into the main motion. which we
okay,
have. So
okay.
So
So,
the amendment. Okay, this is to add Mr. Tepe to finance and remove ex officio
mhm.
for Mr. Shepro's name. Ellen,
Oh, yes, hold on. Yes. On transportation? Okay, okay.
Well, I think the development chair is ex officio on transportation and vice versa, but I don't think they necessarily are automatically the vice chair. It- I would suggest maybe we get an opinion on that and we can talk about it at the next meeting.
Okay, okay. Thank you. Thank you for bringing that up. Absolutely. All right, are we ready for the roll call? Before we begin?
this on the amendment?
correct, this will be on the amendment.
On the amendment.
Okay, so Ellen? Bates?
Yes.
Berman?
Berman, yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Davis?
Davis, yes.
Ford?
Yes. Yes.
Braz?
Yes.
Gums?
Yes.
Iqbal? Here, Kenyon? Yes. Caius?
Yes.
Copy?
Yes.
Leonard, yes.
Lewis?
Lewis, yes.
Martin?
Martin, yes.
Molina?
Molina, yes.
Sanchez?
Yes.
Jepro?
Yes.
Silva?
Silva, yes.
Strathman?
Yes.
Surgis?
Surges, yes.
Pepe?
Yes.
Weber?
Yes.
Winnicke? That passes.
Okay. All righty. I'd like to now make an appointment to,
Oh, we could go on the main,
excuse me.
the main committees. I'm sorry.
I will get this.
I know, well, we'll both get it. Okay, so this is for the main motion on the committees.
Okay. May we have a roll call on the motion for the,
We have that.
we have that
Yeah,
now.
it was by Kenny and Fries.
Does the screen include the special committees?
The ad hoc.
Commissions? No. Yes. Ad hoc committees. So I believe we have already voted that. That is in conclusion of that.
If so, I'll call the roll. You tell me.
I think we can call the roll.
I think the motion was to approve all proposed appointments, right? Not just the standing committees?
That's correct. That's correct.
Kenny and Fries did that one. Oh,
Correct.
Davis.
Mr. Davos.
I may be mistaken,
Ken may remember this, but I think your Labor Management Committee is, I think it's one of those shall include the chairperson of Human Services. Or at least it's been that way in the past.
I'm sorry, could you say that again?
I think it might be in our code that your Labor Management Committee includes the chairman of Human Services.
Okay. Well, so we certainly can add that individual. We'll take note of that.
It's Surges.
Okay.
So shall I include it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Nice.
Thank you.
All right. Okay, the roll on the main motion. Allen? Bates?
Aye.
Berman?
Berman, yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Davis?
Davis, yes.
Ford?
Yes.
Fraz?
Raj, yes.
Gums?
Yes.
Iqbal is not here. Kenyon? Yes. Caius?
Caius, yes.
Opie?
Opie, yes.
Leonard?
Leonard, yes.
Lewis?
Lewis, yes.
Martin?
Yes.
Molina?
Molina, yes.
Sanchez?
Yes.
Shepro?
Yes.
Silva?
Silva, yes.
Strathman?
Strathman, yes.
Surgis?
Burgess, yes.
Tepe?
Yes.
Weber?
Yes.
And Winicky? Yes. That passes. Okay.
The motion passes. Thank you. Thank you. This was a challenging piece of work there. It took many, many thoughtful hours to put this together. So the next, we have, I'd like to have a motion and a second to approve the appointment of Ken Shepro as the county's vice chair.
So moved.
Do a second? Mr. Ford?
Who did the name?
Kenyon.
Kenyon, Mr. Kenyon, Mr.
Sorry.
Kenyon.
Speak loud. And then.
Behind the, it was, okay, the motion is made by Mr. Kenyon and second by Mr. Ford. Is there any discussion? Discussion? And I'd like the clerk now to please call the roll.
Allen?
Allen, aye. Allen?
Bates?
Yes.
Berman?
Berman, yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Davis?
Davis, yes.
Ford?
Yes.
Fraz?
Raj, yes.
Gums?
Yes.
Sorry.
Yes.
Iqbal is not here. Kenyon?
Kenyon, yes.
Thank you. Caius?
Caius, yes.
Opie?
Opie, yes.
Leonard?
Leonard, yes.
Lewis?
Yes.
Martin?
Martin, yes.
Molina?
Molina, yes. Yes.
Sanchez?
Yes.
Shepro?
Yes.
Silva?
Yes.
Strathman?
Yes.
Surgis?
Burgess, yes.
Pepe?
Yes.
Weber?
Yes.
And Winicky?
Wonicky, yes.
Passes?
Perfect. Congratulations, Mr. Shepro. I look forward to serving with you.
Thank you, and thank you, everybody.
Yeah, very good.
Oh, he is? Okay.
We all right?
Mr. Iqbal, are you there? If you unmute yourself, star six for the last vote. Oh, okay.
No,
Sorry.
that's all right. Okay.
Okay.
All right, so now I believe we can go on to new and unfinished business. No, we already have that done. Presentations, is that correct? We're on presentations and discussions. May I have a motion to approve the RTA FY21 budget? And is this all
Well,
together?
actually, do we have presentations by them or?
Do we have any presentations by the RTA budget? Ms. Groven,
We do.
Are you online?
I am.
They do is they usually present and stuff, and I guess we can accept.
Okay, okay.
I have Metra and Pace. I'm not sure that I got one from RTA.
Yeah, RTA we won't be presenting any slides. It'll just be Leanne Redden and I.
I'm sorry, could you repeat that? I did not hear you.
Yeah, I was saying that we won't have slides. I will just Leanne Leanne Redden and I speaking.
Okay. No. So, Mr. Groven, well, please go ahead.
Yes, thank you. Good morning. I'm Chris Groven. I have the privilege of representing Kane County on the board of directors for the Chicago Regional Transportation Authority, and I've been doing so for just over 2 years. It's been a pleasure working with the members of the Kane County Board. For those that are moving on, best of luck, and it's been a pleasure working with you. And for the new members, I look forward to the opportunity to work with you. Our time is limited, so let me just say it's been without doubt, it's been an extraordinary year, and with that have come some extraordinary challenges for the regional transportation system. The RTA board, with both city and county representatives, has had some robust conversations, to say the least, about the path forward, and there are likely more tough conversations ahead. I just want to let you know that the same excellence that you may have noticed or seen in the frontline transportation workers that have moved people safely around our region, the same excellence is exhibited by the leadership at RTA and the service boards and their staffs in pulling together the budget that we'll be speaking about now and implementing those budgets. So I hope circumstances allow for me to meet with some of you in the near term. Until then, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to me with any questions. And now I'd like to introduce Leanne Redden, who is the RTA's executive director. Thank you.
Thank you, Chris, and good morning, Madam Chair and members of the board. It's my pleasure to be here with you today. We will be brief. I'm also joined by B. Raina Hickey, who is our CFO. We will be able to answer any questions if you have any. As Chris mentioned, it's been a very critical year for public transportation. As with every other transit agency in the US, our system has suffered dramatic decreases in ridership as well as revenues. And I know that you're going to be hearing from Metra and Pace up next. And the region's detailed budget materials are available on the RTA's website. So I'm not going to spend a lot of time diving into those details, as you'll hear from the service boards as well. But I want to spend a few minutes just giving you some context and a little bit of information about the broader regional picture. We find ourselves in a moment that requires bold thoughts and actions. As a region, we must ensure that our transit system continues to serve its riders reliably, even in the absence of additional federal relief. And while weathering the difficult year ahead, we must also plan strategically to invest in our transit system to ensure that it can adapt to the region's long-term future. Since the pandemic began, Metra, Pace, and the CTA, the three service boards in our region, have continued providing safe, reliable trips to meet the dramatically shifting customer needs. Their employees have performed heroically, in particular by transporting essential workers safely from the first days of the crisis. Together, the transit agencies have created a culture of COVID prevention, and our region's transit trains and buses have never been cleaner. Overall, the proposed 21 regional operating budget totals $3.02 billion, a decrease of $157.4 million from the pre-COVID-21 estimates. The proposed 5-year capital program totals $6.35 billion. In March 2020, Federal CARES Act provided $1.4 billion, which has shielded our region's transit operators from revenues lost due to the decrease in fare collection and sales tax receipts. But those dollars will begin to run out in 2021, leaving our transit system with a potential shortfall of more than $500 million. Therefore, the RTA and the service boards have joined with our national counterparts to call for a new federal relief package with an additional $32 billion for transit systems nationwide. The proposed 21 operating budget, the 2-year financial plan, and the 5-year capital program assumes further financial relief. without which a reckoning will come in early 21 when the budgets we're discussing today would need to be revisited and to enact painful service cuts. In addition to looking outside the agencies for assistance, the RTA board has also begun recovery efforts that position the agencies to navigate the potential financial challenges of 21. Due to the impact of the pandemic, as of November 20, ridership was down 65% system-wide compared to 2019. Due to decreased ridership, farebox revenues for all three service boards reached their low point in May, but have been followed by some slow increases. With transit agencies, we have all collectively developed this year's budget materials to protect transit from the uncertainties of COVID-19 while speaking frankly about possible ramifications if additional relief doesn't emerge. To respond proactively to the financial crisis caused by the pandemic and prepare for potential challenges ahead in 21, the RTA has begun a 3-step strategy to address the regional transit system's near and longer term recovery from COVID-19. The first step is to adopt the 21 budget that reflects the realities of the current crisis. Our second step will be to execute that budget, but also make decisions as needed to sustain transit during this time of uncertainty. And our final step will be to engage in a strategic recovery planning effort and apply bold thinking as we consider how to reinvent transit in the region with an outlook of 2022 and beyond. Moving to the 5-year capital program, for the last several years and based on the vision of and goals of our strategic plan, Invest in Transit, the RTA and the service boards have been working together to articulate and advance a regional transit capital strategy. The enactment of Rebuild Illinois in June 2019 provided the RTA system with $2.6 billion over 5 years in a combination of state bond funding and an estimated $227 million annually in annual gas tax revenues. Throughout 20, the service boards and the RTA have worked towards executing that capital program. The service boards continued robust construction programs despite the impact of the pandemic on their operations and their workforce. In 2020, about half of Rebuild Illinois' bond funds and the first $227 million were granted to the service boards. So those projects are getting started and will continue and will include ongoing capital maintenance projects and enhancements that will continue to maintain the existing system. The RTA and the service boards have also been working to improve the transparency of capital program and the use of data to understand the impacts of the program on strategic priorities. New this year, our 5-year capital program is also presented by the Invest in Transit core requirements, the 3 strategic goals in the 5-year timeframe, and a set of specific priorities that will be advanced with additional funding. More details and specifics about the budget and links to the service board's individual budgets and the information that we had about the public hearings are all available and found on our website at rtachicago.org. We are still accepting public comments and we encourage you to take a look at those and provide us any thoughts or questions you may have. We held a public hearing back on December 3rd. It was held via Zoom. We also are distributing bi-weekly COVID updates and have a dashboard available. We would continue to share those with you and people throughout the community and throughout the region. Please contact communications@rtachicago.org if you would wish specifically individually to be added to that list. And so while Kane, through Chris Groven, is engaged with the RTA and throughout the year, with Chris and our activities. These presentations present us with an opportunity to hear from you with any specific questions you have. And with that, I will be happy to answer any questions or receive any comments that you may have. Thanks for your time.
Are there any questions for Mrs. Redden? Yes.
Madam Chair. Mrs. Wren, my name is Tom Copey, District 9. The RTA does not serve my district to the extent that it does in other regions, specifically Chicago and the immediate suburbs. But yet our allotment to the program is essentially the same per capita. So we have a concern in regards to the fairness of that, but more so, we do understand, and I take the position that there are communities that need the service more than others. And unfortunately, some of those communities don't have the resources, the money to invest in the system, whereas others may be more affluent. And to exercise a compassionate bone, I am willing to forego that discussion. But I've made comment on 2 other occasions with your annual presentation, and that was the efficiency of your operation is somewhat obvious in my opinion. I work downtown predominantly, and I'm usually my occupation is outside, so I have visual to the what's going on about me. One thing I've noticed is these huge mega buses, these big diesel pushers with tandem buses driving around town constantly, day and night, with maybe 1 or 2 riders. I suggested that we're coming into a new realm of transportation with electricity and battery-powered vehicles. And I was curious if we could downsize. 65% ridership decrease is an astronomical figure. If we could downsize into a more economical vehicle that would could still manage these communities, I'm asking you to take that into a better and broader consideration. And I have never received an accurate or explicit answer or presentation for the futuristic goals in regards to those aspects. Thank you very much.
I can provide a response now, or we can provide response after, whatever the chair would prefer.
Perhaps, how do you feel? Now, or I think we should, due to the timing of our meeting, we can delay that until after the meeting.
Later. Please.
So thank you. Thank you. Any other questions? Thank you very much, Ms. Redden. Appreciate it, and I look forward to working with you.
Thank you.
The next presentation is going to be on the Metro FY21 budget. And my glasses on. And this is Mr. Winsky.
Miserly.
Good morning, Madam Chair and members of the board. Good morning. My name is Jim Derwinski. I'll be speaking on behalf of Metro today. I'm the CEO and Executive Director of Metro. Steve Meserly, as you may know, last day was yesterday with the Metro board. So we look forward to continuing that relationship as you select a new board member for us. I thank you again for the opportunity to speak here today on perhaps the Metro's budget for 21. And I echo many of the comments of the RTA, so I won't repeat them with regard to the heroic work of our workers and of course, the financial struggles. Quick highlight of 2020 for just a snapshot in time for you. When COVID hit, we did reduce our schedules to control our cost. Initially in March down to 55%. We've brought our schedules back to about 60% of pre-COVID numbers. With regard to service levels, ridership remains at 10%, but the reduction of service has allowed us to net a 12% reduction of expense this year. $92.4 million is our projected number. We were blessed to get 479 $0.2 million of CARES money. We are going to expend $222 this year, giving us a pretty good glide path into 21. However, the budget we build into 21 is at $770 million, and that leaves a $70 million budget hole in it where we're going to have to take further actions later in the year if we don't get a second round of CARES funding from the federal government. So the support on that is critical. We did not have any fare increase this year. We did actually lower the price of the Saturday and Sunday ticket to $7, and we remain having a $10 weekend pass on the mobile only. I'd like to give you some just brief highlights on the fact that one of the things, as Executive Director Redden said, everything's changed with regard to how we have to approach the running of the train. So we put out what's called a Commute with Confidence campaign. First time since the 90s, Metro was on TV, we've been on billboards, radio. You might have seen some of this out and about. Fact of the matter is, it is 100% different than it was before. We clean and sanitize the vehicles every single day at the stations as well, hand sanitizer on the vehicles. Our whole goal is to take out the uncertainty in many people's lives right now when they get ready to start coming back downtown on the trains. As people come back on the trains, we are going to address that by increasing service levels line by line. We look at this every single week. I'd like to briefly give you some highlights of some capital work we're working on and plan on working on this year. We did finish the Fox River Bridge on a Milwaukee West line. This was a multi-year project. I want to thank the Council of Mayors for Kane and Kendall for your support, and also Senator Duckworth's support in getting that final push to make that $34 million project done. It's the first time in about 70 years now we actually have 2 tracks going over the Fox River. This year, we finished a rehab facility at 47th Street on our Rock Island district. This is going to allow us to almost double the throughput of our coach rehab program, an in-house program where we employ 100 union employees in Illinois, keeping those federal dollars and Illinois dollars in Illinois. I invite anyone on the board, if they ever want to come out and see the rehab facility, we'll make a great day of it and show you how we rebuild these coaches. But rebuilding coaches can only go so long. Our oldest coaches, starting in 1953 through 1980, we are looking at replacing a portion of those. That is about half of our fleet. Last month, in front of our board, we presented the current fleet status, and within the next couple of months, we do hope to have a procurement for the board to start looking at new cars on all the diesel push-pull lines with the modern amenities, crashworthiness, and of most importance is actually become ADA compliant. We are also rebuilding locomotives. We have some new ones coming in, which are going to better our emissions footprint and also be more fuel efficient. We are going out with the Union Pacific, and they are actually going out Q1 next year to finish the triple track project on the west line there out near Geneva. We did finally finish this year, complete our mandated PTC, positive train control safety overlay system, at the tune of $415 unfunded million. It's going to increase our operating costs by $15 million, but once again, making the system even more safe than it ever was before. The last highlight of that was bridges and stations. We are way behind on our 800 plus bridges. We need to increase our bridge throughput. That's why we need sustainable capital funding to continue to work on bridges, probably more than 12 a year. And we are starting to work a lot on station projects. We have about 20 stations that don't even meet ADA compliance right now. So as we move toward that, we know we're going to make a better and more robust system. With that, those are the highlights. I take any questions you might have.
Are there any questions for Mr. Wininski? Yes.
Long-winded,
Mr.
but
Copey.
I would like, thank you. I'm not so long-winded, but I would like to ditto my response to both the presentation of Metro and PACE.
Thank you. Any other questions? No? Thank you, Mr. Winsky.
Thank you, madam.
And I am a former rider of the Metro system. Totally, always enjoyed the trains.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Our next is our PACE Bus FY21 budget presentation, and this is Mr. Donahue. Welcome.
Thank you. I don't know if Jeff Shelkey is still with us.
No, I do not see him. And Mr. Donahue, could you turn up your volume a little bit? It's hard to hear you.
Okay, hold on. Let me do that 1 second.
He is online.
Yeah, he is, okay.
Yes, can you hear me better now?
Yes.
Thank you. And I'm
And Mr.
sorry.
Shelkey is online.
Okay, so thank you, Madam Chair, and I'm going to turn it over to our Kane County Board Representative, Jeff Shelkey, so thank you.
Thank you, Rocky. I don't know, my camera's working or not. Can anybody see me, or it doesn't make any difference?
Mayor Shelkey, we cannot see you.
Okay, can you hear me okay, though?
Yes, yeah, fine. You're coming in loud and clear.
Very good. Well, thank you. It's my ear. I may
you
be
are.
on now, showing myself.
Now we can see you now.
Okay, thank you very much. I'm honored to be here with Rocky Donahue, who has just been appointed this year as our new executive director. He's a longtime PACE employee and has done a really nice job of really keeping us focused and driving us into the future in the right direction.
Excuse
like
me for
everything, I'm not
interrupting,
gonna
Mayor. I'm sorry. Excuse me. We can just see the top of your head.
Okay. All right. Maybe you can see
There
me
you
better
go.
now. I'll stand up here. I want to just say there's a lot of what I was going to say has already been said, so we don't need to repeat it. I just want to mention that PACE deeply cleans each and every one of its buses every day. And we also many times through the day go through and clean up the high touch areas like the rails and some of the seat cushions and whatever. So we are trying to be as prevalent in the whole Corona thing as we possibly can, along with all the other RTA agencies. What I wanted to basically share is kind of where I think we are going to go in the future here. The 2021 suburban service budget of $230 million is balanced with expenses equaling available funding. This budget proposes no fare increases, even though next year's public funding for PACE is decreasing due to the projected decline in sales tax due to the impact of COVID-19. PACE achieves a balanced budget through administrative expenses reductions, continuation of our 2020 service reductions, and the receipt of CARES funding from the Federal Transit Administration to cover our anticipated revenues. The 2021 capital program is estimated to be a robust $106 million. Much of that funding comes from the multi-year $228 million Rebuild Illinois package. Thanks to the Illinois General Assembly, that 2019 legislation allows PACE to fund a variety of capital infrastructure projects over the next few years. In 2021, we will use capital funds to purchase additional compressed natural gas powered buses. We will also be purchasing community and transit on-demand buses, and that goes to the fact that we're finding that our high ridership is coming in the smaller buses where we can pick people up and take them from point A to point B. And we're also going to be looking at a fare box system to be replaced. And we hope to be constructing a couple of new garages in Wheeling and Plainfield. Due to the epidemic, we've had to cut a few routes in the area that affects us. And one is within the Kane County is Route 534, which is the Fox Valley to Route 59 route was suspended. And the board continues to watch this and will potentially reinstate it once we see that expenses can do it. The last thing I really would like to make mention of, and I hear this from members of the county board, is the fact that in Kane County, we are one of the benefactors of the Bus on the Shoulder program on the Illinois Tollway. And we started out in Kane County on I-90 up in the Elgin, Dundee, Carpentersville area. And as you know, we do have parking areas right next to the tollway entrances. And we were able to move a number of our Kane County residents in and out of either Cook, DuPage, or downtown Chicago. In the case of the 90 route, it goes from basically starting at Randall Road and I-90 in Elgin and goes into the transportation center at Rosemont, where you get off the bus and get on the CTA train and go downtown Chicago. In the long-term vision and planning, and this is something I think the county board and certainly the PACE board is keeping an eye on. One of the other ones yet to be put into place would be a Bus on the Shoulder program on I-88. And this is a long-term thing. It's not going to happen next year or probably the year after, but we're going to continue to work with the Illinois Tollway Authority, the Illinois Department of Transportation, and all those involved And I think our vision is that we would have a bus that would probably start out at Route 47 between Sugar Grove and Elburn. And you would be able to park there and get on the bus, and it would come in, go through maybe a couple stops in the Aurora area, and then continue on into DuPage County where you could get on or get off. And it would eventually end over at the RTA Metro Station in Forest Park, where you would get off the bus and get on the CTA train and go downtown, so to Chicago. So that's in our long-term vision. We're certainly working toward it. I've had the opportunity to have several conversations as your representative with the Tollway Authority folks, and they continue to watch it. And as they improve I-88 in various sections, they're making it big enough so that we could have the shoulder there. So that is something to look forward to. Again, like everybody else, Pace's bus service and revenues have been reduced because of the COVID thing. But we are very optimistic, specifically with our call and ride program that we run amongst the cities when we take you to point B to point A to point B. We service a number of senior citizens on this route where they go to the grocery store, the doctor, or whatever. So this is a program that I think is alive and well and working very well in Kane County, and I'm proud to serve as your representative on the PACE board. So that concludes my report. And again, like everybody else, if you have any questions, I'd be more than happy to answer them. Rocky, do you want to add any final comments?
No, I think you summed it up very well, Director Shelkey. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Mayor Shelkey. Are there any questions for Mayor Shelkey or Mr. Donahue?
Madam Chair, this is Dr. Silva.
Yes, Dr. Silva.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Mayor Shelkey, just a couple of questions or probably observations. We did lose a route in my district, Farnsworth Avenue, and I have gotten some feedback from a few of the residents who did use it regularly. And I also understand that we are now losing another one to Fox Valley. And then in this last route that you talked about, you said maybe a couple of stops in Aurora. I just want to reiterate that it's important that we continue service not only in the district, but also in Aurora, at Aurora in general, please.
Well, I'm in total agreement with you. You know, the ones that we are forced to eliminate are, obviously what we're doing is we're taking a look at the ridership numbers on a day-to-day basis, and we have some of those routes that we're not having a lot of riders on certain days, and that really is the ones we have to go to first as a reduction. Let me just say all those routes you mentioned remain on a very active list to be watched and monitored, and if things turn around and we can see the world improving financially and activity is generating more and more, we will probably be putting those routes back on the road as quickly as we can. We don't like to cut routes, as you can appreciate, but when you need to cut things, you got to look at who's getting on the routes and who isn't. One of the things I would suggest in some of those Aurora routes is, instead of the bigger buses, which we've been running down there for a number of years, I think there's probably going to be somewhat of a transition in Pace's thinking to smaller buses, where because of the ridership levels we now have, we will try to, make them smaller. And therefore, it may be in some of the smaller buses, we're finding it's easier specifically for the senior citizen community to get on and off of versus the bigger buses.
Thank you. Are there any other questions?
I have a question, Mavis Bates.
Yes.
You mentioned that you were going to be purchasing in the future compressed gas buses. Are there electric alternatives that you've looked at? Could you go to electric instead of the compressed gas?
Rocky, why don't you take that one?
Sure, thank you. Where we're purchasing compressed natural gas, so roughly 6-7 years ago, quite honestly, electric buses at the time when we made this decision to go to compressed natural gas were not affordable. The technology wasn't there, and we converted our South Division garage in Markham to all compressed natural gas. Obviously, not as clean as we know now as electric, but a step up from diesel. We purchased a facility or land, a building in Wheeling, where we're going to build our next garage for our Northwest Cook. And the village of Wheeling has asked that that facility be compressed natural gas. But overall, to your question, we believe the long-term answer to transit is electric. It's on our radar. It's in our plans. We'll probably start moving part of our fleet to electric, but these compressed natural gas buses are currently for Markham area at South Division, as well as Wheeling, where they've asked us to specifically look at compressed natural gas.
Thank you, Mr. Donahue. Are there any other questions? Okay, thank you both. Thank you, Mayor Shelkey. Thank you, Mr. Donahue, for your presentation. May
you.
I have a motion to approve the presentations of RTA? A motion to accept, my apologies, a motion.
So moved.
Thank you.
Seconds.
And we have a motion was roll call.
Ellen?
Allen?
Ellen, aye.
Bates?
Yes.
Berman?
Yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Davis?
Davis, yes.
Ford?
Yes.
Franz?
Yes.
Gums?
Gums, yes.
Iqbal?
Iqbal, yes.
Kenyon?
Kenyon, yes.
Caius?
Caius, yes.
Opie?
Opie, yes.
Leonard?
Leonard, yes.
Lewis?
Lewis, yes.
Martin?
Martin, yes.
Molina?
Molina, yes.
Sanchez?
Yes.
Shepro?
Yes.
Silva?
Yes.
Strathman?
Yes.
Burgess?
Burgess, yes.
Tepe?
Yes.
Weber? Yes. Wegman? I'm sorry, Winnicki?
Yes.
That passes.
Okay, thank you. Motion passes. I'd now like to ask the Development Committee to discuss and take us through the appropriate procedures to approve the zoning petitions on today's agenda.
Thank you, Madam Chair. We have one matter before us today, which is petition 4562. It's in Aurora Township. It is filed by Linda McConnell, and it's property commonly known as 1155 Felton Road, again in Aurora Township. The proposed action is a rezoning from F District farming to R1 District 1 family residential. There were no objectors. There was no applicable regional planning commission jurisdiction. The zoning board voted approval, as did the development committee. I move approval of this and request a second.
The second from Dr. Silva, please.
Dr. Silva seconds.
And I think
Are
Mr.
there
Leonard.
any comments or questions?
Just how large is the parcel, Mr. Martin?
Perhaps, I think Mark is on the phone. Can you tell me, Mark? Ben Kirchhoff?
He is on the phone, but I show him as muted.
Do we have anybody from zoning or subdivision on the phone with us today that can direct that?
Mr. Van Kirchhoff, you are muted. Mr. Van Kirchhoff, you are muted.
Madam
Muted.
Chairman?
Yes.
Yeah, I believe it is in the packet. This is Mao Iqbal.
Thank you, Mr. Iqbal. Is it, can you see it in the packet? I don't have that. Is there a page number we can see?
It would have to be.
Page 7. It appears to be just, this is Drew Frost speaking. It appears to be a like 3 acre roughly lot, I would guess.
It's a single parcel. It's not a
Single parcel in an urban area.
Thank you.
It's on the screen.
Are there any other?
Single parcel.
Yes. Are there any other questions? Hearing none, would the clerk please call the roll?
Allen?
Allen, aye.
Bates? Bates? Are you there? Okay. Berman?
Berman, yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Davis?
Davis, yes.
Ford?
Yes.
Yes.
Gums?
Gums, yes.
Iqbal?
Iqbal, yes.
Kenyon,
Kenyon, yes.
Caius,
Caius, yes.
Opie,
Yes.
Leonard,
Leonard, yes.
Lewis,
Yes.
Martin,
Martin, yes.
Molina,
Molina, yes.
Sanchez,
Yes.
Shepro,
Shepro, yes.
Silva,
Yes.
Strathman,
Yes.
Surges,
Surges, yes.
Pepe,
Yes.
Weber,
Yes.
Winnicki.
Winnicki, yes.
That passes.
Motion
That,
passes.
that concludes the zoning matters.
Thank you.
Madam Chair.
Thank you, Mr. Martin. We are now on to our consent agenda. Would anyone like to remove an item from the consent agenda? Yes, Mr. Leonard?
Thank you, Madam Chair. I would like to remove item 20-453 for discussion after the consent agenda and approval.
All righty. 453.
Yes.
Is there anybody else? Mr. Foz?
425 and 471.
All righty. Thank you. Anything else?
Force. 20-470.
Is there anyone else on the phone?
Motion to approve the consent agenda?
May I have all right, thank you. A second?
Second, Berman.
Okay, thank you.
Second by Burham, okay.
The following items have been removed, correct? No, 2470, 20-471, 20-425, and 20-453. Clerk, could you please call the roll?
Allen? Bates?
425 is the Corrigan
Bates?
Clark contract.
Berman?
Berman, yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Davis?
Davis, yes.
Ford?
Yes.
Fraz?
Yes.
Gums?
Gums, yes.
Iqbal?
Iqbal, yes.
Kenyon?
Kenyon, yes.
Caius?
Caius, yes.
Opie?
Yes.
Leonard?
Leonard, yes.
Lewis?
Lewis, yes.
Martin?
Martin, yes.
Molina?
Molina, yes.
Sanchez?
Yes.
Shepro?
Shepro, yes.
Silva?
Yes.
Strathman?
Yes.
Surges?
Surges, yes.
Tepe?
Yes.
Weber?
Yes.
Winnicki?
Yes.
That passes.
All righty. So we should proceed with item, we'll do it numerical order, 2425. Yes, Mr. Foz?
Yes, Drew
Oh.
Fraz speaking. I asked to pull that one really just for clarification, because a lot of this has to do with the construction of the new multi-use facility. Corrigan Clark has been our architectural on-board firm for about 8 years, doing all our architectural consulting with the building and maintenance department. They came up for routine reapproval or consideration of new firms to bid on it. And it was the thought of staff that, and the recommendation of staff to the admin committee that we extend Corrigan Clark's contract for 6 months because they had multiple ongoing projects, including the multi-use building to finish up. So that's what today's resolution is all about. And I'm recommending that we move it forward as written. But I do have to acknowledge the fact that Mr. Hanson, one of the prior board members, filed an ethics complaint or consideration against Corrigan Clark for campaign contributions that were made. And I know we received a memo from our new state's attorney, Jamie Moser, about the situation. So that spells everything out, but we really don't need to take any action on that at this point, other than to say that it appears that the state's attorney concurs with Mr. Hanson and that situation should be reviewed. But in the meantime, we do have to wrap up these projects with the architects that started them, hopefully. And so I'm recommending that we just move forward with the resolution as written.
Is there any other discussion?
We are not seeing the resolution on the agenda. So unless I have the incorrect copy. On page 4.
It's on page
Page 4.
472.
They're not in numerical order. They're.
Yeah, it's
uh,
up at the top.
Yeah.
5 at the top?
Uh-huh.
Oh, sure.
Making sure it was on there.
No, yes. Good for clarification.
Just a,
So, Madam Chair, if there's not a motion to approve 20-425, I'll make that motion, or is that a motion, Drew? I'll
I'd be
second
glad
the
to.
motion,
Yeah, I guess we
whatever.
should I just want to make sure that everybody knew that this was the subject matter of Ms. Moser's, State's Attorney Moser's
Thank you. Thank you.
memorandum we received.
And thank you. Yeah, so may I please have a motion to approve 20-425, the authorization of the retention of the Corrigan and Clark and Associates contract.
I'll make that motion.
And who is that?
Copey,
Mr.
Tom
Copey?
Copey.
And a
Second.
second. Now, is there any discussion?
Madam Chair,
Yes.
I just want to clarify that this is only for 6 months, correct? And then we'll review probably a new application with Corrigan.
Yeah, actually, the process has already gone out, and they've received RFQs from other firms and have made a preliminary review of them. I think they want to tweak that again with the new board seated and make a decision. And I also believe that this time around, they want to maybe hire 2 firms so that they would have some flexibility. So that's all in the process. It's ready to go. But we just, the new multi-use facility will be completed approximately April.
Okay.
So we thought it prudent. Corrigan Clark has agreed to fulfill all their jobs, but this would make it official.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes.
just a point of clarification, a question for the state's attorney. It's my understanding that whatever action is taken with respect to the campaign contribution issue would not be affected by any extension of the contract.
Yes, that's correct.
Thank you.
Any other discussion?
Madam Chairman?
Yes.
Back here. Yes, do we have options on this as well to pass or not pass or to modify this? Can we get from our facilities manager some input on how Corrigan's contracts would, can I request that, please?
Absolutely.
Mr.
Please come, Mr. Allen.
Good morning, Madam Chairman. Sir, do you have a specific question on that I can answer? Oh, I am Chris Allen, Director of Capital Projects.
Well, just as I understand, we were given options for possibilities of what we could do on change this resolution to drop it, to change it in time length, and to just accept it as it is presented.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just curious how each one of those would affect what is going on, whether if we were to not pass it, would Corrigan Clark then still be required to continue with those projects? Does it put them in jeopardy? I'm a little confused about that.
So there is a contractual language in reference to the multi-use facility that they accepted the position or the job and they will finish it per contract. So if this resolution isn't passed, the multi-use facility is not in jeopardy. However, we do have some projects under the COVID CARE Acts we don't have that specific language for, so they could become in jeopardy.
Yes.
Yeah, I could also jump in because I brought that up. But yeah, we were given options by State's Attorney Moser's office in her response, and it's on page 2. And it says that the board has the following options. The board could indefinitely postpone the resolution, effectively killing the resolution. Number 2, the board could table the resolution to a date certain to give additional time to review. Or 3, the board can vote on the resolution as is or with an amendment to approve the contract extension for a shorter duration of 60 to 90 days. So those are the 3 options. I'm recommending approving the resolution as it sits. We don't have to take any additional action. And that was the intent of our previous building management director as well as the current. We've had some conversations, and we'd like to just extend it for the 6 months, let them run out their contracts. It really doesn't affect anything.
Yes. Mr. Martin.
At the risk of redundancy, I think the committee's intention and the recommendation is just simply to enable an orderly completion of existing contracts. This is not new. This is, we already have the process in place for evaluating our architectural services and choosing new firms, and being redundant of myself. This is just simply a way of concluding projects in an orderly manner and avoiding unnecessary steps in this short period of time. And relative to timeframes, if the building's supposed to be done in April, everybody who's ever built anything knows that sometimes April will become May, depending on whether our services or available timeframes. So extending this by 6 months gives us a decent latitude to make certain that we're going to get this done and not have to go through another administrative step.
I would, yes. Mr. Shepro.
At the risk of even further redundancy, it's my understanding that the state's attorneys was merely outlining 3 possible options and not intending to suggest that any one of them was a good, bad, or indifferent idea.
Thank you, State's Attorney Mosser. And any other questions, discussions?
Madam Chairman?
Yes.
Back here again. The question, if we pass this, then this does not affect whether we go ahead with our original plan to vet other architects and put them on or get them in line and have them available to us at the time. So this is not going to offset that. We'll be looking at, right?
That's true. The process has already started, and I think with the new board and that, they want to take a second look at it with the transition, but yes. So it's
more redundancy. Thank you.
The reason I pulled this was it just seemed prudent that we had a comment on it from the state's attorney, so I thought it was important to explain that.
I
But
appreciate that.
I would recommend we just approve it. It gets us 6 months. We'll close out the contract.
I'll move the question.
Second.
You have a second on that?
Already been,
Ross, it was a second, okay. The
I
point of
believe I
order.
made the motion, has been
Yeah.
seconded.
Yep. So roll call. We have a roll call.
Bates? Bates is not here. Berman?
Berman, yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Davis?
Davis, yes.
Ford?
Yes.
Raz?
Yes.
Gums?
Gums, yes.
Iqbal?
Iqbal, no.
Kenyon?
Kenyon, yes.
Caius?
Bias, yes.
Kopi?
Hope yes.
Leonard?
Leonard, yes.
Lewis?
Lewis, yes.
Martin?
Martin, yes.
Molina?
Molina, yes.
Sanchez?
Yes.
Shepro?
Shepro, yes.
Silva?
Yes.
Strathman?
Yes.
Burgess?
Sturgis, yes.
Tempe?
Yes.
Weber? Yes. Wonicky?
Wonicky, yes.
It passes.
The motion passes. Thank you. The next is item 2453, and that is on page 3, authorizing a budget adjustment to Resolution 20-387 for the emergency purchase affidavit for the Kane County Sheriff's Office purchase of a vehicle for Kane County Sheriff's Office Drug Task Force.
Yes, thank you, Madam Chair. The Sheriff's Department just wanted everyone on the board to have a clarification of what this was. And all it is a budgetary adjustment. The county board passed resolution 20-387 on November 10th, 2020, authorizing the emergency purchase affidavit of a vehicle for the drug task force for a total amount not to exceed $42,623. It was later determined after the adoption of the resolution that capital items must be allocated to capital accounts per the Kane County financial policies. Therefore, a budget adjustment is being deemed necessary.
Okay, Very good.
So I just wanted to give everyone an explanation. The Sheriff's Department had asked me to explain it and not just get it passed through consent agenda. So I'd like to move this forward and ask for a second to approve it.
Second, Mr. Martin. Okay, very good. Is there any other discussion? Hearing none, may we have the roll call?
Sure. Allen?
Allen, aye.
Bates?
Aye.
Berman?
Berman, yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Davis?
Davis, yes.
Ford? Braz?
Yes.
Combs?
Yes.
Iqbal?
Iqbal, yes.
Kenyon?
Kenyon, yes.
Caius?
Caius, yes.
Copey?
Copy, yes.
Leonard?
Leonard, yes.
Lewis?
Lewis, yes.
Martin?
Martin, yes.
Molina?
Molina, yes.
Sanchez?
Yes.
Shepro?
Shepro, yes.
Silva?
Yes.
Strathman?
Yes.
Surgis?
Sorry, Surgis, yes.
Okay, thank you. Tepe?
Yes.
Weber?
Yes.
Winnicki?
Yes.
That passes.
Okay, motion passes. The next is item 20-470, which is on page 4, and I believe some of it may be cut off. Authorizing participation of the state's attorney appellate prosecutor.
Program, probably.
Thank
That's
you.
on the next page.
There, thank you. Indeed, it is. The program. I'll read it one more time. Authorizing participation of the state's attorney's appellate prosecutor program.
Madam Chair, I removed this really just for the purpose of one of officially welcoming our new state's attorney and asking perhaps if she had any comments that she would care to make. And also, perhaps there are new board members who wonder why we are in a program and why don't we do our own appeals? And I thought that perhaps we could just briefly welcome the state's attorney and if she would comment on that.
Sure. So thank you all. I am very excited and honored to be the newest Kane County State's Attorney. In terms of our office, we have different levels of attorneys, and we have trial attorneys, and we also have a person that we were able to get from Cook County who does a lot of our post-conviction petitions. We also have cases that are appealed to our appellate court as well as to our Supreme Court. The sheer amount of cases would prevent us from being able to do all of those in-house. But we have a woman in our office, her name is Michelle Katz. She's incredibly brilliant, and we're lucky to have her, who actually coordinates with our appellate prosecutor's office, so she knows which of our cases are being appealed. She reviews those with the appellate prosecutor's office so that they have an understanding of our trial attorneys when it goes up to the appellate court level. So it's necessary for us to participate in this.
Thank you. And I would move adoption of 20-470.
And do I have a second?
Leonard with second.
Thank you. May I have the roll call?
Allen?
Allen, aye.
Bates?
Yes.
Berman?
Berman, yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Davis?
Davis, yes.
Ford?
Yes.
Braz?
Yes.
Gums?
Gums, yes.
Iqbal?
Iqbal, yes.
Kenyon?
Yes.
Caius?
Caius, yes.
Copey?
Copy, yes.
Leonard?
Leonard, yes.
Lewis?
Lewis, yes.
Martin?
Martin, yes.
Molina?
Molina, yes.
Sanchez?
Yes.
Shepro?
Yes.
Silva?
Yes.
Strathman?
Yes.
Surgis?
Surgis, yes.
Pepe?
Yes.
Weber?
Yes.
Winnicki? That passes.
Very good. Motion passes. The next item for discussion is number 20-471, and that is on page 5 of your agenda.
Yeah, Madam Chairman, Drew Frost speaking. I pulled that one also. we were asked to consider a consultant for our, basically a unique consultant services related to our financial investments. And this came up pretty late, pretty recently, and at the height of the elections and the transitions and a lot of work by the CAC committee. And so we got a reply from, or I'm sorry, a request from County Treasurer Rickert, because this affects him directly. And he would like a 60-day tabling of this item to allow him some more time to review it and look into it and check the legalities and so forth. And I think his request, along with what I had already mentioned about it being a very busy period for all of us, it would be prudent for it to table this for 60 days to allow a little bit closer look at it and a little bit of breathing room. So I'd be happy to make a motion to table pending discussion.
I'll
Table
second that
for,
motion.
table for 60 days.
Correct.
That's correct.
Second that motion.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Davis, right?
Davos. Is there any discussion on this?
There's no discussion on the table.
A motion
Oh,
to
table.
post,
I'm sorry,
to table to a
table.
date
Yes,
certain, I
absolutely.
believe is debatable. The place on the table and conditionally would not be debatable.
So we have a motion on the table to table for 60 days. Yes, correct. We have roll call.
For 471 to table for 60 days. Allen,
Allen, aye.
Bates,
Aye.
Berman,
Berman, aye.
Brown,
Yes.
Davis,
Davis, yes.
Ford,
Yes.
Fraz, Gums,
Gums, yes.
Iqbal,
Iqbal, yes.
Kenyon,
Yes.
Caius,
Yes, yes.
Hopi,
Yes.
Leonard,
Leonard, yes.
Lewis,
Lewis, yes.
Martin,
Yes.
Molina,
Molina, yes.
Sanchez,
Yes.
Shepro,
Yes.
Silva,
Yes.
Rathman,
Yes.
Burgess,
Sturgis, yes.
Pepe,
Yes.
Weber, Nikki.
Yes, excuse me, yes.
That passes.
Motion passes. Thank you. We are now on to the CARE Act Committee. I'd like to get a motion and a second to discuss and potentially approve 20-487, authorizing approval of applications of Coronavirus Relief Fund Program funding agreement with small business for distribution of CARES Act funding.
Also move.
I'll second.
Thank you. Is there any discussion?
Who second? Winnie? Okay, thanks, Barb.
Discussion? With no discussion, may I please have the roll?
Allen,
Aye.
Bates,
Aye.
Berman,
Berman, yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Davis,
Davis, yes.
Ford,
Yes.
Fraz,
Yes.
Gums,
Yes.
Iqbal,
Iqbal, yes.
Kenyon,
Yes.
Caius,
Yes, yes.
Hopi,
Hope yes.
Leonard,
Leonard, yes.
Lewis,
Lewis, yes.
Martin,
Martin, yes.
Molina,
Molina, yes.
Sanchez,
Yes.
Shepro,
Yes.
Silva. Silva. Strathman,
Yes.
Surgis,
Sturgis, yes.
Pepe,
Yes.
Weber. Yes. Winnicke.
Yes,
It passes.
Motion passes. May I have a motion and a second to approve item number 20-488, authorizing specific reimbursement of CARES Act funds to the Kane County Information Technologies Department?
So moved.
second.
Madam Chair, the flow of these resolutions, it would make more sense to recognize 20-492 first because it authorizes certain actions that are relevant to this resolution and some following resolutions. It's out of order, but it makes more sense to do it that one
492
first.
first and then follow.
Yeah, so 20-492.
All right. Following this one.
I'll withdraw the motion I made.
I'll withdraw the
I'm
second.
trying to catch up. Okay. Oh, very good. Okay.
Take up 20-492 out of order.
Second.
I'll second.
I think we already have a second by Mr.
That
Martin,
was-
Mr. Copey. All right, so
Hang on one second. That is Kopi.
492.
a roll call for that?
Yeah.
We do need a roll call, absolutely. Can you call the roll?
Okay, to take out of order. I'll get it. Allen,
Allen, I.
Bates,
Yes.
Berman,
Berman, yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Davis,
Yes.
Ford,
Yes.
Fraz,
Yes.
Gums,
Yes.
Iqbal,
Yes.
Kenyon,
Yes.
Caius.
I'm sorry, is this, and this is to take it out of order?
Just take, yeah.
Okay, yes.
Caius,
Caius, yes.
Kopi,
Yes.
Leonard,
Leonard, yes.
Lewis. Lewis, yes. Martin,
Martin, yes.
Molina,
Molina, yes.
Sanchez. Okay, Sanchez to take out of order.
Oh, yes. Sorry.
Shepro,
Yes.
Silva,
Yes.
Rathman,
Yes.
Sturgis,
Sturgis, yes.
Epi,
Yes.
Weber. Yes. Winnicke.
Yes.
Passes.
Motion passes. Okay, so
Madam
now,
Chair, I move adoption of 20-492.
thank you very much. May I have a second?
Madam Chair, I'll second.
Any discussion on motion 20-492? No discussion. May I have the roll call?
Allen,
Allen, I.
Bates,
Aye.
Berman,
Berman, yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Davis,
Yes.
Ford,
Yes.
Fraz,
Yes.
Gums,
Gums, yes.
Iqbal,
Iqbal, yes.
Kenyon,
Yes.
Caius,
Yes.
Kopi,
Yes.
Leonard,
Leonard, yes.
Lewis. Lewis, yes. Martin,
Martin, yes.
Molina,
Molina, yes.
Sanchez,
Yes.
Shepro,
Yes.
Silva,
Yes.
Strathman,
Yes.
Sturgis,
Sturgis, yes.
Epi,
Yes.
Weber. Winnicke.
Yes.
Passes.
Okay, motion passes. All right, so now we're back to 20-488, my understanding.
I'd like to renew my motion to approve 488.
And I will second.
Okay. Do we need a roll call for that?
This was, I'm sorry, to what?
Move the motion to approve 488.
Remove it? Remove it, oh. okay. And Barb, you
Back here.
And Barb seconded.
guys are killing me. Okay, roll call. This is to remove motion.
I'm sorry, this is Sturgis. Was it to was Shepro renewing his motion?
Which I withdrew previously when we took it 492 out of
Correct, so
order.
we're not removing.
We're
No, no.
renewing.
Renewing, yes, thank you for
thank
that
you. Oh,
clarification.
for the
Thank you,
clar-
thank you, thank you.
It's
Yes.
the masks
Oh, gosh, okay.
to renew.
Madam Chair? Madam Chair, I have a comment.
I'll have to pay more attention to my choice of words.
Okay, let's. Okay,
To
to renew it.
Renew.
Okay, Allen,
Allen, I.
Bates,
Yes.
Berman,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Davis,
Yes.
Ford,
Yes.
Fraz,
Yes.
Gums,
Gums, yes.
Iqbal,
Iqbal, yes.
Kenyon,
Kenyon, yes.
Caius,
Caius, yes.
Kopi,
Opie, yes.
Leonard,
Leonard, yes.
Lewis. Lewis, yes. Martin,
Martin, yes.
Molina,
Molina, yes.
Sanchez,
Yes.
Shepro,
Yes.
Silva,
Yes.
Strathman,
Yes.
Sturgis,
Sturgis, yes.
Tepe,
Yes.
Weber. Yes. Winnicke.
Yes.
That passes.
Okay, that passes. So now we're on, to my understanding, item number 2489.
Sturgis motions.
Sanchez second.
Shepro seconds.
And Shepro.
You are all very fast. Any
I'm
discussion?
sorry, Ken, could we reflect Jared as the second, please?
Oh, please, by all means.
Okay, very good.
Shepro is a second, or I'm sorry, sir,
I withdraw my second.
Sanchez. You're killing me. Okay.
There'll be a quiz afterwards, sorry.
I'm sorry, what motion or what resolution number are we in?
489.
489, okay, I just
Moved
wanted
by
to,
Surges, seconded by Sanchez.
got it.
Now, is there any discussion? Yes, Mr. Tepe.
Madam Chair, may I hear the definition of the amusement venues?
Who would like to bring that up?
If I may. Thank you. Thank you, Madam Chairman. The definition is for entertainment venues that are owned by non-governmental entities that operate from locations within Kane County that are at least 2 acres in size. They have permanent structures for amusement activities, and they offer both indoor and outdoor amusement activities to patrons.
Okay, thank you.
Is there any other discussion?
Yes, I have a question. It's my understanding that that definition would apply, for example, to golf courses, potentially to any shooting range that might be on an outdoor area that would meet the 2-acre requirement. Is that an accurate assumption?
And yes.
That is not. Obviously, you can. I wouldn't consider a shooting range an amusement park. So it's
Okay.
amusement park by the traditional idea you conjure up when the name is made. So the original resolution was for public venues. We were trying to help
Okay.
out some very specific ones. For example, the Paramount and the Arcata and the Hemmons. And Mr. Surges had Santa's Village in his district, so that's what brought this up. And that opened the gate to possibly Funway in Batavia. But again, I think all the people that will apply for this, you can count on your fingers. So it's not open to every strip mall, arcade, not golf courses. That's a sporting event, not shooting ranges, same thing. So we believe staff provided a definition that's defendable.
So if I may, the definition is it still must be by some standard a amusement park.
Correct.
And not necessarily just the criteria for what type of amusement park.
Right. And that was the
Fine.
2-acre requirement, the indoor and outdoor activities and permanent structures.
Thank you for that clarification.
May I ask, is there a legal definition to that, to the term amusement park?
I know staff had researched it and coming up with their definition.
There may be a definition in the zoning ordinance of amusement park.
This is amusement venue, so I don't
Venue.
know what that makes.
Well, if there is no further discussion on items number, what are we on, 20?
489.
489, yeah.
May we call the roll?
Allen,
Allen, I.
Bates,
Yes.
Berman,
Berman, yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Davis,
Yes.
Ford,
Ford, yes.
Fraz,
Yes.
Gums,
Gums, yes.
Iqbal,
Iqbal, yes.
Kenyon,
Yes.
Caius, Kopey,
Yes.
Leonard,
Leonard, yes.
Lewis,
Lewis, yes.
Martin,
Martin, yes.
Molina,
Molina, yes.
Sanchez,
Yes.
Shepro,
Yes.
Silva,
Yes.
Strathman,
Yes.
Surges,
Surges with gratitude to my fellow board members, yes.
Tepe,
Yes.
Weber, Winnicke.
Yes.
That passes.
Motion passes. And next, may I ask for a motion and a second to authorize the amendment to increase amendment number, 20-490, to increase allocation of funding to the Office of Community Reinvestment Business Program.
So moved.
Second.
Okay.
Moved by Shepro, second.
Back here, Silva.
Thank you, Barb.
Is there any discussion? With hearing none, please call the roll.
Allen,
Allen, I.
Bates,
Yes.
Berman,
Berman, yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Davis,
Yes.
Ford,
Ford, yes.
Fraz,
Yes.
Gums,
Gums, yes.
Iqbal,
Iqbal, yes.
Kenyon,
Yes.
Caius,
Caius, yes.
Copey,
Yes.
Leonard,
Leonard, yes.
Lewis,
Lewis, yes.
Martin,
Martin, yes.
Molina,
Molina, yes.
Sanchez,
Yes.
Shepro,
Yes.
Silva,
Yes.
Strathman,
Yes.
Sturgis,
Burgess, yes.
Pepe,
Yes.
Weber, Winnicke.
Yes.
Motion passes. We're at item number 20-491. And may I have a motion and a second to discuss and approve item 20-491, authorizing the reallocation and a revised budget for the Coronavirus Relief Fund and related FY20 and FY21 budget adjustments to the Office of Community Reinvestment Business Grant Program.
Didn't we just do that?
Weber moves.
Weber?
We just did that one.
Oh, we did that on.
No, we didn't.
No, we did.
Community investment?
491.
We're at
We're
491.
at 491.
We did 490.
I'll second it.
3 seconds.
There's quite a few of them. Is there any further discussion?
This is on 491, correct?
491, that's correct. Hearing no, seeing no discussion, may I please call the roll?
Allen,
Allen, aye.
Bates,
Yes.
Berman,
Berman, yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Davis,
Yes.
Ford,
Yes.
Raz,
Yes.
Gums,
Gums, yes.
Iqbal,
Iqbal, yes.
Kenyon,
Yes.
Caius,
Caius, yes.
Copey,
Yes.
Leonard,
Leonard, yes.
Lewis,
Lewis, yes.
Martin,
Martin, yes.
Molina,
Molina, yes.
Sanchez,
Yes.
Shepro,
Yes.
Silva,
Yes.
Strathman,
Yes.
Sturgis, Sturgis, Tepe,
Yes.
Weber, Winnicke.
Yes.
That passes.
Motion passes. Our last one. May I have a motion and a second to approve item number 20-492, authorizing the amendment of.
We already did that. That was the one that we moved.
One we did.
Yep, we moved out of order, so we're good.
Thank you. We're
We
good.
passed that all right.
We sure did. So I think we're.
Question
fine.
regarding the agenda item that talks about the request of the state's attorney. Is there such a resolution?
Where's that?
It's just something at the end in case the committee had to bring something to us, and I don't believe there was anything that was added.
Okay.
It's a placeholder.
It is a placeholder.
All right.
So may I now have a motion and a second to go into executive session to discuss settlement claims and pending litigation? Clerk, please call the roll.
You need a motion.
Oh, I mean, may I have a motion? I'm sorry.
Leonard moves.
Leonard, Mr. Franz, seconds.
Seconds, okay. And we do got to do roll call.
No, please call the roll.
Ellen,
Allen, aye.
Bates,
Yes.
Berman,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Davis,
Yes.
Ford,
Yes.
Franz,
Yes.
Gums,
Gums, yes.
Iqbal,
Iqbal, yes.
Kenyon,
Yes.
Caius,
Caius, yes.
Copey,
Yes.
Leonard,
Leonard, yes.
Lewis,
Lewis, yes.
Martin,
Yes.
Molina,
Molina, yes.
Sanchez.
Yes.
Shepro,
Yes.
Silva,
Yes.
Strathman,
Yes.
Sturgis,
Alpha Street.
yeah. Tepe,
Yes.
Weber, Winnicke.
Yes.
That passes.
Motion passed, the motion carries.
Madam Chair. We'll need just a couple of moments to my folks move in. So I'll get.
Okay, absolutely, absolutely.
All right,
This is the moderator. So for those of you online, I'm going to open the breakout session. You will get a pop-up that invites you into that. Please accept that. I am pretty much certain I'm going to miss some people. So those that go into the breakout room will be sitting there quietly, talk amongst yourselves. I will ask for anybody that still hears my voice if they should be in the breakout session, the closed session. And then we will get those approved and moved in. And then we will need to call a roll once we get into the closed session to make sure we've got everybody. So hopefully everybody understands that. I will open that room now. So please be patient, everyone.
Did you do the press record already?
Just a moment. I gotta get everybody in first.
Not our longest one, though. The reason I wanted to know.
Davis, please accept your invite.
ACC meeting, and they hadn't determined the exact definition. You know, I think the key was to put.
All right, so anybody that is hearing my voice online that thinks they should be in that, please speak up one at a time and we'll try to get you moved in.
Yeah, the then fun way was the other.
Yes. To correct.
I'm not hearing from anybody, so everybody that is hearing my voice is not expecting to be in the closed session.
Yeah. Studio.
Going twice.
Nobody can hurt you.
Okay, one more moment.
Around the room. Oh, well, yeah. Like the food bank.
Yeah.
They deliver food.
Exactly.
Anybody here?
I'm here. I'm seeing a different screen this time, but seems to work.
Gerald's here. Are you just seeing the meeting topic? King County Personal Meeting Room?
Yes. That's exactly what I'm seeing, yeah.
That's where we're not supposed to be right now.
Yeah, I'm sorry. We're doing a roll call right now. Could you please mute your,
We can't hear or see.
oh. There was a moment.
Sorry.
We're doing a roll call right now.
I'm like,
Davis? Ford?
Yes.
Fraz?
Yes.
Gums?
Yes.
Iqbal?
Iqbal, yes.
It's just a roll call. Kenyon?
Yes.
Caius?
Caius present.
Copey?
Here.
Leonard?
Leonard, yes.
Lewis?
Who is here?
Martin?
Martin, present.
Molina?
Molina present.
Sanchez?
Here.
Shepro?
Here.
Silva?
Silva here.
Strathman?
Present.
Sturgis? Tepe?
Yes.
Weber?
Present.
Warnicki?
Present.
There you go.
There we go.
Kate's here.
I got you. Thank you.
Thanks.
All right, very good. Now we are back in open session. May I have a motion and a second to approve the settlement of claim number 18WC34947 and settlement of claim number 18WC3498 in the total amount of $9,810.29.
I move.
I'll second.
Okay. By Tepe and Leonard.
Leonard,
Okay.
is there any discussion? Hearing no discussion, may we have the roll call?
Allen?
Allen, aye.
Bates?
Yes.
Berman?
Yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Ford?
Yes.
Fraz?
Yes.
Gums?
Yes.
Iqbal?
Iqbal, yes.
Kenyon?
Yes.
Caius?
Caius, yes.
Opie?
Yes.
Leonard?
Yes.
Lewis?
Lewis, yes.
Martin?
Martin, yes.
Molina?
Molina, yes.
Sanchez?
Yes.
Shepro? Silva?
Silva, yes.
Strathman?
Yes.
Tepe?
Yes.
Weber?
Yes.
Warnicki?
Yes.
That passes.
Motion passes. May I have a motion and a second to approve the settlement of claim number 19WC23500 in the amount of $9,939.60.
Bates moves.
Gates moved. Mr. Tepe, seconds.
Tepe seconds, okay.
Is there any discussion?
I didn't hear the second.
Second.
Oh, sorry.
With no further discussion, may I please have the roll call?
Allen?
Allen, aye.
Bates?
Yes.
Berman?
Berman, yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Davis is not here. Ford?
Yes.
Fraz?
Yes.
Gums?
Yes.
Iqbal?
Iqbal, yes.
Kenyon?
Kenyon, yes.
Caius?
Caius, yes.
Opie?
Yes.
Leonard?
Leonard, yes.
Lewis?
Lewis, yes.
Martin?
Martin, yes.
Molina?
Molina, yes.
Sanchez?
Yes.
Shepro?
Yes.
Silva?
Silva, yes.
Strathman?
Yes.
Sturgis? Oh, sorry. Tepe?
Yes.
Weber?
Yes.
And Warnicki?
Yes.
That passes.
Motion passes. Before we adjourn the meeting, I
Madam
would-
Chair,
Yes.
I have
yes.
a motion if it pleases. We had 8 members of this board that left office at the end of their current term. And for years, it has been traditional that they be recognized at a board meeting. And for whatever reason, that did not take place at their final board meeting. And I would like to move that we schedule a recognition of them for our January meeting.
It sounds like a second. Thank you. Is there any discussion on that? Hearing none, may we have the roll call?
Allen?
Allen, aye.
Bates?
Yes.
Berman?
Yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Davis? Ford? Franz?
Yes.
Gums?
Gums, yes.
Iqbal?
Iqbal, yes.
Kenyon?
Kenyon, yes.
Caius?
Caius, yes.
Opie?
Yes.
Leonard?
Leonard, yes.
Lewis?
Lewis, yes.
Martin?
Martin, yes.
Molina, yeah. Okay, thank you. Sanchez?
Yes.
Jepro?
Yes.
Silva?
Yes.
Strathman?
Yes.
Tepe?
Yes.
Weber?
Yes.
Winnicki?
Yes.
That passes.
Motion passes. Is there anything else? All good? So before we adjourn, I would just like to thank you for welcoming me. I look forward to working with all of you as well. This is truly going to be a partnership with each other, and looking forward to the next 4 years of doing wonderful things for the county that we all dearly love so well and call home. And with that, may I please have a motion and a second to adjourn?
So moved. I move we adjourn. I'll second.
So I'll take Kenyon and Sheffield.
Voice vote.
Voice vote.
Yes, you can do.
We can do a voice vote. All in favor, please aye.
Aye.
Any nay?
Aye.
Thank you. Meeting is adjourned.
Thank you. Good job. Good job.